Well, what you're looking at is an Aries rising. Your rising sign is what protects you at a party. It's actually the projection of your holographic field, your very body. But it's your shell. That's the shell part. Like I said, it protects you at a party. It's what you bring to the party. That's what people see right off, right away. And for me, it's the Aries rising. But see, the opposite is true about my sun. Um, my sun is Libra, and it goes like this: 369, feeling fine. Sun, Pluto, Mars. So there's a conjunction of Sun, Pluto, Mars, 369, Pluto being right in the middle, and that makes an exact opposition. Well, enough about me. I am making this video short and sweet. I need a donation into me. I don't care how you do it, but no, I do care how you do it. If you can send a balloon over and then drop it onto my home, so be it. But let's do this, babes. I have some stuff I'm trying to take care of. I have a good chunk, thanks to some donations that has happened. But I need a little more. I hate to sound like this. Pardon my chickens. I'm not going to give up on myself. I'm not going to sell my home just because I don't have money. I went to the post office today hoping to find a SIM card because I'm communicating with my phone service to try to help me get my phone to stop glitching. The main thing that I have to do is to be able to get this ISO update. I know it may seem simple for other people to do, but I'm having complications with it. It's just me here and I have no help. I'm trying to look into it as best I can. There's so much in my life right now that I have to, yeah, I've made a list and I know these things I need to do. Anyway, the main thing is to get my communications together first and foremost, as far as because how that I'm going to be using that to get a hold of attorneys and all kinds of stuff like that. Meantime, there is time, but really I don't want to waste any time. See, it could just pass and I could miss a lot of opportunities here. I mean, a lot of it might be time sensitive. Right now, it's my financing that I wish that I had a mommy or a daddy or somebody. But see, I don't like to be this vulnerable because my enemies are watching too. And well, I hate this, but it seems like that the survival game, the game of money, because it's not your money, it's not socialized. You've been you think you're a private party, which that's the way it is. That you have to take on these bills, particularly your electronic pay, like individually, which I say it doesn't need to be that way. You can socialize yourselves, and you can do that through social media. Hey, because there's two types here. If you use your typewriter right, you're using your capitals. You've cracked your iPhone. You've cracked the code on your iPhone, and now Intergalactic Monitor sees you. People that worry about their privacy, they're not going to be participating in any of this. You guys are under the illusion that privacy matters, when really the best security is transparency. Hi, Mom! She's the first one I heard ever say that, ever. She's a woman, by the way, and a live one. And a live woman knows what love is. They stick to the teachings of Christ, which is that transparency also. See, Christ, the word in that, and I'm sorry I don't have my stencil here, but it is is. And if you want to break down the word is, whether you know it like it or not, you're here in the chaos. You have a 5-pointer, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You have a human body. The opportunity for you to log into reality and know the truth is purely up to you. You have to make a choice to interact with it. And so it's not it's not your mind and objects found there. It's the mind of God and objects found out there. It's an illusion. It just appears that things are out there, you know what I mean? And we're kind of going like this in the holographic field. So, it's kind of hitting a dead end right now because I don't have what I need to get out to where I need to go. to fix my Apple phone, my phone. Um, because they bag on Apple so much, I happen to think it's the best version because that's just the way the mainstream does. It says, no, stay away from that one. And it's like, no, actually, I've had it, it's lasted the longest that I've ever had. I've had it for 7 years. Changed the battery, changed some things, but it keeps going. It doesn't fade out at all. It's very durable. It's like, it's fucking militant style shit. And the more and more useful you get to humanity, the more and more militant you're going to get. And I don't mean as of the military over there that are using these huge bombs and stuff. No, I'm talking about love is the most dangerous thing here. It's the only thing that's going to win. It's what protects you. What I mean is, it's like, oh, well, see, if you're affiliated with love, you have angels on the other side who love you. You, like with me, I I do have lovers who, well, they have died. Just weird. I have a kind of Scorpio prominence because of the Pluto-Mars conjunction and then the Sun infused with that. So I'm highly scorpionic. It's kind of sneaky. And it has to do with these subject matter of soul. And because it's Venus ruled in Libra, it's having to do with, it's Venus ruled. I have 5 planets under Venus rulership. So it's kind of sneaky it is about love for me. There isn't anything better than that that's going to keep us in connection even when you're on the other side. Ow, this darn cat. She wants to play. She wants to be with me. Hi, Dudu. I'm a Simon Cronin alive. Oh, she's so wonderful. So I thank you for your donation. I'm not asking for the same people to make the same whopping donations as they have. You know, like what Tina has done and what Daisy Chain has done and what Kim Cass has done. I'm looking for a whole bunch of people that I'm not going to apologize about how simple it is. All you need is my um, address is $ AEIOUYOUTOO, and that applies to Cash App for me. That applies to PayPal for me. I'm pretty sure, and Venmo works pretty smooth for a lot of people. And there's so much more, right? I can handle MetaPay. I think that more and more we should be electrified to start up a social service system economically that begins. I'm telling you, if you get your language down, which I'm a pretty good representative. See, you have shepherds. I'm a shepherd. I could speak for the sheep that don't really know their language, I guess, if they don't know what reality is. Like, if they don't really have a real conversation about that. Like, what is reality? I'll give it up right now if you want to be a fake and really know what it is. There's another word for it. It's called now. Reality is now. And you can keep using these words, it's God. It's the only thing that you're ever going to ever deal with. Ever. I don't care what you think. If you're watching this video, you're in the chaos now. We call it chaos because that's the creation of creation. What I mean, it's the main medium through which we get creation out of. A lot of people don't understand what the word chaos is. They think it's this disorder. No, it's actually just a staticky field where order and disorder can happen if you don't get any order out of it. See, like for instance, somebody who lives in chaos, or that the display of chaos is when you sit at a piano and you hear somebody that doesn't know how to play music, but they just go right, and it's like, well, there's chaos. Through that, all of that you're doing, a musician knows how to pick out certain structures and causes order to where people are like, now, can you do that again? No, you have to give me $9, please. Thank you. Because I'm trying to eat in this goddamn battlefield here. And until it becomes a battlefield, a lot of people aren't going to, I don't know how this is going to work. See, I'm getting so, I know a lot about the language. I know that we can convert social media into a economics form that, in fact, is hooked up to a central banking system where that if you just dare identify yourself as being a humane being through your language. Now, I say you do it through through capitalizing. You're free to capitalize anywhere, anytime. This is so as to hang on to your intellectual property, which is your very body, your ability to reach out into it and do things, which is all of the earth. And then to keep your spiritual belonging, which is outer space. You know, you're here now. Outer space is reality. Same thing. It's a transparent, it works. God, you know, this universe is perfect and it operates flawlessly because of the transparent field that it is, called outer space and or reality. Now, yes, the now is very important to realize. See, because while you're listening to this, I'm making this in the now, but it's not now, my now. Just now is now is now. And you know, with that, people know that meditation and efforts to pray move into true prayer. True prayer is just saying thank you for this moment now. You've arrived, you've made it. There isn't anything more or less than you need than just the air that you breathe and to love you. Oh no, I'm not hanging up neck now. I need another donation, and I know that. See, I'm thanking Tina so much, and for that donation. You do it whether I have a link or not, so go figure. And Nancy, who, oh, she's expressing that it's like, oh, no, it's tight out here. You know, it's tight money. We can't just, you know, I'm like, I know it because it's not your money. See, if you look at it this way, too, it's like, you see, you didn't have a choice with that, and you didn't seem to have a choice with your, now you're on social media. Did you choose that? No, but see, there's something you can choose. You can choose to log into becoming a real presence here, which is to become human. That's the only one that can, really, it's the only one that has the power. There's non-human entities, and they don't really have power. The so-called power that they exercise is by being demonic, which is the opposite of harmonic. See, boy, am I fucking steaming right now, right? Just fucking sparks are flying, and I am really doing the spiritual work, and I'm hitting a nail on the head. And then there's the red car guy going, "What use are you, babe?" Yeah, what use is anybody with a system that has turned everything inside out on us, and upside down? And there is indeed, it's been reversed. And yeah, reverse. We're not talking about going backwards, babe. RE is a prefix. It means to do again. And then verse means communications. Now there's the universe, which means one communication. Now, the way that you know that there's one communication, you have to use your eyes to see and your ears to hear. Now, you kind of, you know, kids don't have a problem with it. And animals don't either. They have no, you have no choice, but it's here now. And are you looking or are you being a goddamn Luke Skywalker? Oh, yes, baby. Give me a kiss. Oh, baby. We need a roan. Pop up and a cheap and a 9-9. Niki Traki Tuki Papi Lapi Napoton. She likes that gibberish stuff. It makes her feel really important. Oh, she should come up. Bana. So pray for me that I get back into my meditation. It's because I'm a few pennies short right now that I'm staggering a little bit. There's still time for me. If I receive a donation today after this video has been released, I'm going to put this up on the 16th, even though it's Friday. Everybody's like, I'm getting ready. They're putting their mask on and they go out because it's the weekend. It's the weekend. Yeah, everybody's gotten weakened, and they don't know their ass in the hole in the ground. It's like maybe Sunday I don't know what I'm doing either. I'll just go to church. You know, that's one way to just, they've shot you down. You don't have your days anymore, but you have a weekend. All right, so then I love getting into that talk, you know, to see how it's actually here. Everything is right in front of your face, plain as day. You know, they're not lying when they say there's a channel here. Oh yeah, oh baby, nah, God, yeah, no, she's keen about oh, see, my cat is a spiritual healer. She's trying to help me out. She's, you know, I don't know what to do next particularly, but to meditate and to be quiet, and I can all I can do is what I can do, right? From where I am. which is I have some papers to flip through. I have communications pertaining to my court case that I've set up to defend myself against sociopaths who are definitely operating to ruin my life. They're very jealous people. If you don't give a narcissist and or a sociopath, and I don't know if psychopaths are this way, I don't think they are. Psychopaths are the most antisocial people. They don't require a connection or any kind of attention at all. They don't care whether you live or like whether you do or not. See, they're antisocial. I'm not exactly that. I'm actually trying to be social here. You're supposed to get on here and be social. It's called social media for a reason. Only human beings have that need. They know it's important to, or they'll die. You know what I mean? But so yeah, the authentic the ones that aren't sociopaths, the ones that aren't narcissists, like so often the gutter, impoverished as soul. The thing that I have trouble with the neighborhood, I guess, in particular, the some that has moved right next to me, I can tell it did stick out. See, I didn't give them any attention. I didn't, I could you just kind of look like an animal at them, or a small child, and you just keep going like this. You're not like, hey, oh, hi, I noticed you're here, and who are you, and stuff like that. See, it's not saying that I can't be interested, but see, the thing is your interest comes, yay or nay, through conversation, and it happens like this. And I noticed through their conversation, I just had too many red flags. Their prejudice against poor people. They called it riffraff, whoever walks down the road that maybe they're just kids that don't have a car. Their prejudice against people who smoke pot out in the forest. They say, they come from the area over here and they sit over here and they smoke their pot. And it's like, they've always done that. And this place is like full of it. Did you know that the place over there called Anza, which is another community up in these mountains, it's the marijuana capital of the world. It's just that's where it's happening. A lot of controversy there. A lot of controversy because there was a war against to take it over, to take that medicine over, and that's one of the biggest things to understand. See, the mom and pop gardeners and farmers have been paying their taxes through marijuana for fucking centuries. But see, they've been, I can't believe I'm talking about this now, but minute 17, hey, like and subscribe and do send a donation. No, it's about the mom and pop farmers, the big crop, the one that sold, that was getting beyond the price of gold at one point. In 2000, I think it was 2007 to 8, the stock market noticed that an ounce of marijuana was going for far more than the price of an ounce of gold, which is around $375 per ounce. It can get up to 600 because of the kind of medicine it is, in fact, grown by shamans who care to keep it natural and keep a strain going. Well, a lot of that has been kind of wiped away. And a lot of our concentration has been wiped away by these people that make your life totally, like, they just shoot at you and they make you run. Yay, you guys, this is happening. Americans, huh? You don't even need to have a war. You're just fucking warring against each other because you're... And that's systematic. It's a hit and miss. They say that the worst thing, the plague, is academia. Okay? Yeah, just go to school over there and they'll teach you perfectly how to be a head chopper. And the survival game is this. I can't believe it. I've seen it. See, they've had videos on video games advertised, and this is how you play. See, there's somebody sitting there and they're warm in their home, and they have a fire going and there's wood stacked. But now what you do is you take their wood away, and then they go outside and it's like, oh no. And so they kind of turn into an ice cube. But then the next thing you do, they're not quite turned into an ice cube, but the next thing you do is you go bust their window out. And this is a video game that I think it should be illegalized. It's like a simulation as to how to undermine each other. And that's the only success that you have, is when you do that. Okay, fine. Okay, all right, fine then. See, then that means I take more people to court and say, you owe me restitution pay. I'll try to settle it out of court because I would like to get at least 1 year of my taxes paid. See, today I just went to the mail. I'm looking for my SIM card, and all I get, it says pay to the order of Shauna Wyatt. And it's this fucking, of course, it's somebody, I think it's the neighbors around here that they say, do you want to sell your house? You want to sell it? And I'm like, no, I want to keep my house. See, I want to write them back a letter and say, you fucking cock-sucking piece of motherfucking shit. You might know that I'm having trouble with my taxes, but now you want to undermine me by saying, hey, do you want to sell your house? Can you try this on for a little bit of a size? Give me some fucking money so I can keep my goddamn house. Do unto others as you want them to do unto you, because I'm not impressed with this advertisement. No fucking way. It's complete undermine. They want me to be homeless. They want me to have nothing. I want to do it on my own terms. I want this to happen for me. It's just, see, the sociopaths right now, narcissists are like, yay, are you starting to hurt? No, I'm not going to give you that. I'm going to give you this. Hey, let's do this. Come on, you can help me out. See, if 500 people sent me $20, oh, that's way more than enough to get all of this stuff. See, you're not supposed to let people know that you're being undermined. Like, you're not supposed to tell, like, this is one of the things that the enemy tells you. Whatever you do, you don't talk about politics, you don't talk about religion, and you do not talk about your money. Well, you can tell a toxic person right away if one of the third thing they ask within 30 seconds is, what do you do for a living? How do you make your money? Those people are not my people. They're more like, wow, you're so creative, you know, and I can use this, can you use that? And then we kind of do trade from there, maybe, but money has to be involved, right? It is. Why not? Why not try to involve it in a human way? Like I said, it's not converted right now into human hands. It's the non-human faction that is really good at making it because they just follow oh, I'm just doing my job. I'm just doing my job, right? You've heard that. And see, like I said, to close this up, it's a hell of a 22-minute video now. Yeah, it's an obvious that it's converted, it's reversed, and it's designed to just undermine everybody. See, because it's reversed, you think you're making progress while you're digging in the dirt and you're doing all that work, but really you're digging down in a ditch to the pitch of a witch. That word, the word that's flatlined, see, you're digging down and those smiles are really a frown. You cannot fool the kids. Please don't have kids because it's very inhospitable now. It's ridiculous. You're actually a psychopath when you do, because you don't care about their well-being. You don't care about yours. You want to use that somehow for your own benefit, and boy, does that backfire. It backfires especially on the women who are narcissists. See, it's been said, and this is not very good information, right? How many likes and subscribes and payments am I going to get to this for this now? But you'll be surprised. You know, people want to hear the truth and they know it and they're like, yep, that's precisely it. I see it around me that kids will turn on their parents, I mean, because they're assholes, because they have used them in this way. They're not real to them. They have to make an escape. Either that or they become flying monkeys. And that's the worst thing you'll see is that they're all a bunch of sociopaths, very dangerous, man. They're looking at you like they want to undermine you somehow. And so, great. We're so impressed. See, I'm 50 years old, and I am thinking about the rest of my life. I'm really disappointed with my love life right now because they don't communicate. Nothing. None. It's like, well, okay, so if I give them the same energy that they're giving me, it would just cut off. It's ships passing in the night. We have nothing to do with each other. See, I'm actually communicating with them now in such a way that it's like this. I'm overriding the fact that we never made a connection, but I'm kind of lying, and I'm saying, hey, we made a connection, right? See, you recognize that I'm a high priestess, right? And I do this and that and that and that, and you love all of that. You anticipate it when you come here. No, they anticipate like any toxic person. They want your energy, right? I hate to talk about it like this, but it's like babes. And why do I have to keep arguing with this one fucking person? Well, it's because social media doesn't work for us yet. In fact, it's here to be a safety net service, especially economically, to help us away from hanging on to narcissistic abuse. Thanks for your participation.